So using my process, we'll start, as with most makers. This is our bag of clay that we start with. And we're just shaping it a bit before we wedge it up. Moved to Bristol about a year ago and saw that there was a pottery course on, and sort of just literally booked it straight away, even before I had a job here. Did a 6-week course, then absolutely just fell in love with it. This is to kind of get all the air bubbles out of the clay that might be in there potentially. You know, even from when you're wedging to when you're throwing to when you're what's called turning. So there's no two processes that are the same. It's almost a nice escape because you can't rush things. It's nice just actually taking the time to sit down and think about maybe what you want to make, or how you maybe want to change an idea of a piece or change the piece itself while you may be going along. Throwing the piece on, so 60. Right it again. Then we're going to do centre. Because everything's so subtle with the throwing, you could just do a tiny movement and it would completely change the form, and then you're like, oh, that's quite nice, I'll try that, and then, you know, maybe run with that, and yeah, it changes over time. For me, one of the main drives is actually texture and colour. Like, I'm an absolute magpie for colour on absolutely everything, which is, you know, why I use the brightest glazes I can get, and I'm always trying to find brighter things if I can get them. This is definitely one of my favourites of this pink and turquoise. So the more colourful, the happier I am with this. Yeah, again, with all the textures on the mugs, they're all going to be slightly different. The feedback I get most from my work is the fact it's so colourful, and to me that's my favourite thing about it, because I'm so obsessed with colour and how to mix it and how to use it and how to implement it. When people immediately see that, that's my favourite thing. That's what I strive towards. That's why I strive to make more colourful work, or more bold things, or, you know, using the combinations in a way that you might not necessarily have seen them before. And then texture has just always been really obsessed with anything tactile. Make something look like you want to pick it up to see how it feels is a big thing for me. I'm quite obsessed with light as well, which is why I make a lot of candle holders and a lot of sort of things that can contain light and disperse it in lots of interesting ways, and it's something I really want to push. And also carving is a really nice therapeutic thing to do. It's very nice just to sit there with some music on for literally 2, 3, 4 hours sometimes and just get lost in it, which is really good. Yeah, just a big fan of the markets, because it's one of those things where it's nice to get sort of instant feedback on work in terms of if you're working on certain colour schemes, styles, patterns. You know, people will instantly let you know if they like it or not, which is good. And it's just nice to get to meet people as well, because you get to meet other creatives and other people that are doing different crafts. Definitely a big community in Bristol, which is really nice. Such a creative city that you're never going to run out of people to meet who do different things to you. So for me, this is just where I put all my pieces that are in the finished dry stage that I know would be ready to be fired. And you still need to stack things quite carefully, because although it is dry, you know, all the edges on here, you could quite easily chip them. But even if that does happen for me, I tend to leave it in and glaze over it, because I like a piece to have a life before it's got to someone, to show that this is the life that it's had already. So I think this is the one thing about pottery, is people don't really expect or know how long things take in terms of, you know, say from start to finish, from start of this clay to this finished cup, with drying time, with firing times, maybe 3 weeks. There's just so many different ways you can take it. It's just literally endless in how you can explore. There's just basically endless things you can do with it, which is good.